Hello, my library loves. Welcome to week 5 of our messy fun. This week, excited, we are going to read Swatch, The Girl Who Loved Color. We want to thank HarperCollins for allowing us to share this story with you. And after we read the story, we are going to try to make our own beads. If you stop by the library, we have these fun little bags for you to pick up, and inside you'll find some air dry clay, string, and a toothpick. We're gonna see if we can make our own beads. Who knows? Success, not so much. We'll find out. Let's start with the story.
Swatch, The Girl Who Loved Color by Julia Denos, published by HarperCollins Children's Books. In a place where colors ran wild, there lived a girl who was wilder still. Her name was Swatch, and she was a color tamer. She was small, but she was not afraid. She could run with the wildest shades, train them to dance, and do magic. Bravest green shot up the first week of March. In between gray lived on her kitten's leg. Rumble tumble pink rolled through the sky on the heels of outgoing thunderstorms. When she called them by name, they would come to her because Swatch loved color, and color loved Swatch back. Swatch had never thought of capturing a color until the day she lured Just Laid Blue straight from its nest and into a jam jar. "Stay," Swatch said, and the color stayed. How beautiful it looked behind glass. "You could use a friend," she said to Blue. So she caught one more, then another, and another. Soon Swatch's room was full to bursting. The colors circled, restless in their jars. They were magnificent, but there was still one color left to catch. Morning came, and there it was, fast fading and fierce, the king of all yellows, blooming in the sidewalk crack in spite of the shadows. Swatch was ready. At last, yellowest yellow would be hers. Suddenly, she heard a small sound. "Ahem," said Yellowest Yellow. "What are you doing?" Swatch had never asked if a color wanted taming. "Yellowest Yellow," she asked politely, "would you like to climb into this jar? You could sit on a shelf right next to Blue. You could make green together all day long if you wanted. I'll poke holes in the top and feed you dinner." But Yellow, knowing that that was no way to live, said, "No, thank you." And Swatch, who could have scooped it up anyway, said, "Okay." Given that small but kindly allowance, it grew and yawned and stretched and twirled. It bloomed and whirled and leaked and swirled, spreading, billowing, twisting, up, up, up. It sprouted ears and pointy teeth. It was as big as a house. "Roar!" went Yellowest Yellow. Swatch felt small. Her jar seemed silly. She had forgotten colors were wild. So she shut her eyes and prepared to be eaten. Then Swatch heard something, sweet and warbling, like a fleet of canaries. She smelled something warm and buttery like breakfast. And then something swished against her knee, purring and soft, just like home. So she opened her eyes. She reached out her hand, and stretching from her tiptoes, she found she could indeed touch Yellow. "Hold on," Yellow said, and it pulled her up. Up, up. High above the rooftops, she called her colors by name, and they came to her. Together, they made a masterpiece.
All right, so inside the bag we have a toothpick, some string, and in this little baggie you will find the air dry clay. Now you can use this clay as is should you choose, or you can use some acrylic paint and make a colored clay. Let me show you. I'm going to start by really working the clay so it's soft. And once it's soft enough, you're going to flatten it out. Just like this. And you're going to add your paint into the clay. Get ready to get messy. We like to start by folding it in. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can just get in there and start working the paint into the clay and get super messy, or you can try to fold the paint in nice and neat. Eventually, you will get messy. All right, you're going to keep mixing. If you start to notice that you are out of paint and you're seeing white spots, you're going to go ahead and add some more paint to it and then keep mixing the clay in. Your clay is ready when you don't see any more white spots and the paint is kind of absorbed into the clay. It will look like this. So we made multiple colors. I'm going to start here with the red, and you're just going to take a small piece. I'm going to start by rolling just a regular bead. Put it in the palm of your hand until you make a ball. Once you have the shape you're looking for, go ahead and use your toothpick to make a hole for your string. Okay, another fun idea is if you are home and you have a stamp, you can go ahead and use that to create a bead as well. So I'm going to roll out a ball and then I'm going to flatten it with the palm of my hand. And then I'm going to use the stamp. So what I love about this is that you get the heart, in my case, cut out as a bead, and you can use the circle that you cut out as a bead as well. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to start with red again, and this one I'm going to try to kind of mix two colors together. So I'm going to make a string out of the clay in red. Now I'm going to take this teal color and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to twist them a little bit. And then I'm going to apply some pressure and try to roll the colors together, giving it almost like a marbled effect. So for this bead, I'm going to just kind of roll it together into a circle. Smooth out the edges a little bit. Place my hole for the string. Gives us a fun shape. Now I'm going to take the rest of this and I'm just going to kind of mush it all together basically and create just a regular bead with the two colors all mixed together. Okay, so same idea as before, basically. I'm just going to take two different colors. Here I have the teal and the green, and I'm going to roll them and mix them together like I did with the red and the teal. And then, I don't know, I think I'm just going to try to make different shape beads. Oh, I like the way this looks. The green really pops. The choice is yours. Have fun with it. You can do any of this with the white clay as well. And decorating it with a Sharpie is always fun. So here they are after about 24 hours. And then here they are all smoothed out and waxed. And you can see my Sharpie, which I wrote on one of the white ones. And then finally I did do a small braid and put a charm on it. Here are a few tips to help with your beads. I hope your beads were a success too. I hope you enjoyed Swatch, and I will see you again next week for an adventure. An adventure in messy, crafty fun. All right, bye.